hello from Sydney, where it is like 6:30 p.m. What are you boys dealing with right now?
It is. What's the time? Is it
It's,
like 9 in the morning?
Yeah, 9:34.
There you go. 9:34.
Okay. So you're having an early morning, and I appreciate that because no one wants to wake up on early and get all pretty. Or you can't hear me. Why are you looking at me funny like that?
No, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, so you like this.
Sorry. Yeah. Go again.
No one wants to wake up early on a Tuesday morning to work, so I really appreciate it.
Oh no.
It's kind of nice though because we haven't had a routine since. So it's actually really I enjoy getting up early and turning up late still, but.
I respect it. We all miss routine. How long has it been? So I know it's so boring to talk about lockdown and shit, but we'll get it quickly out of the way for the people listening. How long has it been for you boys where life has kind of been disrupted now?
Connor's birthday, probably, right? Like
It was like 2 days after my
15th of
birthday.
March.
Yeah. I got the party in there.
Yeah.
That's so. And I've got to say, I have something very special in common with your new song in that after a drunken night out in Vegas, me and my best mate Angus got married.
No,
Wait, you and Angus got married? What? Are you still married?
No, well, I'm now married to an actual man that I have sexual feelings for, as opposed to the very platonic feelings I have for Gussie. And he's now got a missus. But we've got the photos and we've got the Elvis, and we were all very hungover.
Can you please send us those photos?
I think
Yeah.
I've seen them.
I reckon if I Google it on my phone, Ash London marries Angus.
I saw it on Instagram. I genuinely saw it, and I thought it was like a real thing. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
How long ago was this?
Like what? Last year was it?
Oh, that's so sick. Right, we see. If you told us in advance, I don't know how you would have known, but that could have been the artwork from Married in Vegas. Would have been incredible.
Cancel the release. Re-release it with new artwork. Come on, boys.
Give us 48 hours. We'll turn it around.
No worries. I do highly recommend it. It was so much fun. So listening to this song, I had such a laugh because it's one of the few sentences in the world, I think, that everyone conjures up such ridiculous imaginings when you think about getting married in Vegas. So tell me how this started, how it was born into a song, and what it means to you boys.
I think the idea behind the song, we finished the album and then went on Zoom, and it's a song essentially about kind of it's falling in love, it's releasing your inhibitions, and I think falling in love can be quite a scary thing, and kind of releasing your inhibitions and doing those things and diving in at the deep end. It's quite a scary thing. And the idea was, I was trying to capture, like, what if you were doing that, what would be the nth degree? Where would you take it? And I think it would be going and getting married in Vegas would be like you completely going, kind of like throw caution to the wind.
Yeah. Because you boys have been doing this for so long now, given, like, you know, in relation to your ages, and so much would have to be restrained, and there's things you can't do because people find out about it, and then it gets into all that crap. How much of that craziness do you actually get to go, oh, fuck it, let's just do whatever I want? Or is it always an element of, I've got to be more careful because I'm in this band?
I think you have to do what you want to do at the end of the day, and nothing's really going to stop you. I don't really necessarily mean getting married in Vegas, but day-to-day life, you should always have the mindset of doing what makes you happy. So I think that's really important, and that's an exact example is Cherry Blossom. That's us going against what people were saying to do, going against the natural textbook way of doing shit in the music industry. So we just wanted to do exactly what the Vamps would do at this time, and we did it. So I think, obviously, have the mindset that is not selfish for other people, that would benefit other people. But I think if you help yourself be the better person that you can be in this world, you'll naturally help other people around you way more.
There you go.
Come on. I'm so excited for Cherry Blossom. I love this pink artwork. It's very chic. It's hot. Did you boys was it a conscious decision to like, we want to be true to ourselves, we're going to take this approach? How did that happen? Because when there's one person, you set a creative vision, you do it. But it's different when there are 4 individual people with different, interests, different wants. You're growing in different ways.
Well, the album name came very, we'd finished a world tour last year. And then me and James stayed in Japan.
Oh.
And then we were, it was the best, the most beautiful place. Yeah, chef's kiss. And we had like a week, kind of turned off phones, kind of chilled out. James was with his fiance. I flew my mum out. She'd always wanted to come to Japan, so me and my mum.
Sorry. So James had his fiance, and you had your mum.
Two very special women in our lives.
Ah, beautiful! What a double date.
Yeah, and she, my mum had always wanted to go to Japan, so it was really, really cool to kind of get the opportunity to do that.
So cool.
Then just the album name came whilst there, and the idea of it being rebirth, but not kind of dismissing anything that we've done, of being we're so proud of everything that we have done as a band in the past 8 years. But now we want to move into this place of trying new things and releasing new music and creating this artwork and the whole world that we genuinely are so proud and love. So it's been such a freeing process to do all of that. It's been wicked.
It's so cool. You all do seem so relaxed, which is so awesome. I always get a sense, when people are really kind of happy with what's happening, because sometimes people aren't. You can tell, and you're like, oh.
I'm just content of what we've done. It's really we're just happy. It's kind of it's tough, not tough, but a hard working couple of years of getting this stuff together. It's done and it's out. It's so excited and just so happy. It's just out.
Yeah. And I love that it happened in Japan. Japan is of all places in the world, it's this amazing mix of individuality, but also order. And the aesthetic is so they're just the coolest people in the world. And there's this undercurrent of weird kinky shit, but then on the surface it's all very it's a crazy place.
Yeah, it's like Tristan in a nutshell.
Yeah. I'll take that as a compliment. Did you eat? Sorry, I'm going to keep talking about Japan because I'm the biggest Japan fan. Did you eat all the food till you felt sick? That's all we did was just eat for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we ate all of the food, climbed Mount Fuji, got to the summit. No, got to the station before the summit. So we're chilling there. It's been I was chilling there. And then you wake up. We had the breakfast, sit on your knees, which was really hard for me because knees are gone. And then we wake up and they're like, the weather's that bad that you can't go to the summit. So we did not get to go to the summit. It was so annoying.
And I was in a retreat spa with Kirsty in Hakone, which is
That's where we went. We went to Hakone.
There we go. Got the free pass from Shibuya. I was lying in this Olsen type thing, the hot spring with Kirsty, looking up at Mount Fuji, and I was like, it's fucking cloudy up there, and Brad's up there. It was a black ring around, it was hideous. And I was like, he's not doing that. And then,
I know it sounds mad, but that was honestly that was one of the best experiences of my life. It was unbelievable. You feel so, I sound really hippie, but you feel so centered and grounded doing it because you just your phone switched off, you're kind of meeting loads of really like-minded people, and it's just, I don't know whether it's the air gets really thin and you're just this is sick. It was so good.
Just hallucinating. Yeah, we were in Hakone. My husband's dream was to climb Mount Fuji, and same thing, weather bad, but we couldn't even see the mountain. You couldn't even, it was just white. Couldn't even see it from the ground. We were like, this sucks. But
you should definitely do it.
But that is, I guess, one of the, there's so many blessings about what we all get to do, as far as our jobs but traveling the world has got to be, one of the best things. And when you're at this point and you're facing a new album, and even though the release is different now because, you won't be promoting it in the same way, you still know that eventually you'll have to hit the road and you'll be touring again. You'll be filling out O2 arenas again. No big deal. But what do you reckon you'll change about the way you do it? Like when you look at the future and you go, okay, we're going to be on the road again for a year, and you grow and you learn and you get, better at doing everything as you go. So this time around, you're older, you're wiser. How do you approach it differently?
I don't know if we're wiser.
Yeah, you are.
You realise that we had a couple, especially early on in the band, we had a couple of moments where we'd come back from tours and like my mates would go, oh, how was Brazil, or how was there? And I'd be like, actually, I don't really, because it was airport, hotel, gig, out. And I think you've really you don't get a lot of time in places, but you've got to take advantage of seeing these places because there's so much growth to be had as a person by going out and experiencing different cultures and exposing yourself to different people from different walks of life. And I think getting the opportunity to do that with the people who are your best friends and doing the thing that's your passion and your love is we're very blessed to do that. So I think moving forward, we'll make sure that you take advantage of every time that you're in a place. And then also having the album that was 100% written with this 2 year, like you say, we know what we're going into this time around. We know we're going to tour the album. We know that we're going to gig it on festivals. And I think having that in mind when you're writing an album is changes the way that you do it, because you're like, how's this going to translate in a live setting? So that's another exciting thing, is taking that album into a touring schedule for 2 years. That's going to be really exciting to do.
Oh my gosh. Classic Australia is a fucking mosquito. Gosh. Before I let you go, I want to hear from each of you favourite song on Cherry Blossom and why. Go for it.
Again, this is such a shit reply, but I think this album, like, we deliberately we wrote 10 songs for it. There's actually 11 because there's a bit of an intro type thing, but there's 10 songs which you've never done before. And because there's only 10, the whole album is a body of work like we've never done before. So there is like a real start, middle and end. And it's a collective of songs that are, for me, equally as important as the other ones. So like, I don't really think there's one. I think there's always going to be something really special about the first song you release off an album. And I think sort of like the hours that were thrown into like making the video right and all the visuals for Married in Vegas. So I think that's probably the one that I'll remember the most up to this point. Ask me in like 6 months and get single, and I'll probably say that one, but probably Married in Vegas at the moment.
Now, is everyone going to say that? Every track's their favourite? Should I bother asking everyone? It's like when you say, what's your favourite colour? And they say, rainbow.
For me, first impression was a song called Chemicals. Production, extremely different to what we've ever done before. It set the tone for the album. I think we got that just before Christmas. We wrote that before Christmas, and then that set the trend.
Sick.
I just love that song. Just like, I think it's going to be sick live. But I think emotional connection, and because we've worked on it for so long, and really like kind of obsessed over it for the last couple of years, treading water.
I'd love to hear that you were obsessed over something. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, a bit like weirdly obsessed stuff. No one really is with that song.
I think at the moment for me, Glory Days, it changes like every week. I listen in like Ubers and stuff, and I'm like, I love this one. Then it changes, but I think at the moment, Glory Days, because it's like got a sense of like hopefulness, and I think everyone at the moment needs a bit of that right now, you know. So yeah,
I love that. That's beautiful.
I think Better is a song I'm really proud of. It's one of those nice moments where it was like super cathartic and super like, I remember walking away from writing it and being like, I feel better than when I went into writing the song. And then also it came out like really like it just captured something for the album that did in the production and everything. I think I can't wait for people to hear that song. So Better for me at the moment.
Well, you can't wait. We can't wait. As you know, Australia is frothing over the Vamps. We can't wait to have you back for a couple of beers and some hangs, whenever that is going to be. But good on you, boys. Thank you for being so generous with your time today and being fun. And let's all go to Japan one time.
Let's actually climb Fuji next time. Let's all do it.
Yes, we'll get Angus along post-wedding. Maybe he can really marry. He's good. He's so good. He's living his best life, playing video games all day, even though he lives with his girlfriend now. I'm like, Angus, you're in your 30s. You have to stop playing Call of Duty for 8 hours a day. He's like, no, I fucking love it. It's just cool. I love you, boys. Take care of yourselves. Give each other hugs from me. And I'm glad 50% of the band got the sick denim jacket. The other two.
We love you. We'll see you soon, hopefully, yeah?
Yes. Bye, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.